Hey beauts, it's your girl London and I am here for another video, and this one is a story time. I know I haven't been on here in a minute. It's probably been since the last time, like a few months or so. I don't know. I don't keep track of this because I have other things to do. But, since then I did have a baby, and of course I am engaged to the love of my life. So I decided to drop a little, treat for you guys and do the story time. Yeah, I am going to be doing a wig review later on. If you can't see, this wig is a laid, and I'm going to review this for you guys. So watch out for that video as well. But anyway, let's get into the story time. As you can see by the title, this is going to be a story time about how I had to whoop my ex-best friend ass over my man, who's now my fiance. I got a ring hoe. You didn't, but anyway. And we are going to call this hoe, let's call her, we're gonna call her Musty, because she was a musty hoe, and because I'm such a good friend, I still stayed friends with her, even though everybody else always talked about it behind her back. But anyway, let's get into it. So basically, me and Musty met like way back in the first year of high school. I, of course, have always been best friends with Chaya. Hey girl, but you already know her. But with Musty, it was like we met freshman year of high school, and she was just a girl who was real, cool, and just walked around and said I was always so pretty for her to be around and whatever. So she was just, real cool, real chill, or so I thought, okay? So basically, when I went to high school, I knew Rylan. Rylan was a sophomore and I was a freshman, and he, of course, was like the pretty boy in school, and everyone was always so up in arms about him, and I just thought, I thought he was basic. He's gonna kill me. But anyway, I thought he was basically. So I was just like, whatever, like I'm just doing me. And at this time, of course, we were fresh meat, so all the seniors and everybody was trying to get with us. But it was sort of just like I was just doing my own thing because my parents were just so keen on me going to college. So I was just like, I ain't worried about all of that. I ain't gonna be thotting and bopping around. I'm just, doing me. So we get to sophomore year, and of course at this time I'm a sophomore and Rylan is a junior. And the difference between me and Musty was I was never looking for attention. It just came to me, because I'm a bad bitch. But anyway, but for her, she always has to work extra hard for it for some reason. I'm not even going to sit here and lie. Musty was, a pretty chick. Like, it was nothing wrong with her face. Odor-wise, she could use some help in that department, but we ain't gonna talk about that. So it wasn't like, she could not get to. She just decided to be a groupie and be thirsty. And that's when I first started to, side-eye her, when I realized that she was really being thirsty. But, I paid no mind. One night, there's this big party that we're invited to, and so, I'm looking real good, I'm looking real spicy, for once in her life, Musty is looking good or whatever. So, we decided to go to this party, somebody from school is throwing it. I didn't even really know them like that, but I just knew that people that I knew from the school were going to be there, so I was just like, yes, we about to get it poppin', it's about to be lit, and it was very much lit, okay, but Musty ended up for some reason getting the eye of Rylan, even though, if you ask me, no tea, no shade, he was definitely a man-hole, okay, before he got with me, of course, because, I don't play them games. So, I was just, chilling, dancing, vibing to the beat, just doing my own little thing. And, of course, I look over and I see Musty grinding and dancing on Rylan. Like, and they look like, I don't know, like they are in Save the Last Dance tees. Like, they are ready to basically take this, and be like more. So I'm like, okay, that's cool for her. He's cute. She's cute. So, I really don't care. I'm doing my own thing. I was over there talking to, a whole other bunch of niggas, so I wasn't really worried about it. You feel me? So I was basically like, I really don't care. Rylan was never the guy that I was going after, even though everybody in the school was. So I just decided, okay, that's what she wants to do. Okay, whatever. So, like I said, they were just dancing, but whatever. So basically, a few months pass by or whatever, and I don't see her with like Rylan anymore. I don't see them like interacting or anything like that. So I ended up going with my other friend to someone else's house. The other person's house was actually Rylan's friend, and Rylan was over there, just chilling or whatever. And I was basically just there, to look out for my friend and to be like, okay, girl, do what you need to do. I'm gonna be out here waiting for you when you're done, if you feel what I'm saying, okay? And so, Rylan was just there, and we just started, basically vibing and chilling with each other. Like, we were talking. He was smoking a blunt or whatever. But, I mean, he was a sophomore. He was a junior at the time. So, I thought that was kind of like, he bad or whatever. But anyway, so, I was just sitting there with him, and we were just talking and chilling, like, laughing it up. And at this point, I kind of thought, like, Rylan was somebody who, would stay and see my shoe note all his life. But, he really did talk to me, and he had so many goals and dreams and stuff. And I was just like, okay. At that point, it was sort of like, he is cute, he's fine, or whatever. And I don't know, like, in that moment, I was just really feeling him. Like, I'm like, I can see something with this boy. So, I'm not a backstabbing bitch, okay? I am a ride or die. I am loyal, okay? Loyalty, Rihanna tees. Like, I'm just a loyal bitch. So, I was just like, I'm not going to do anything until I talk to Musty. That's when I was like, okay, I'm going to talk to Musty. So, like, I think it was like 2 days afterwards, because it was like the weekend. So I, came to school, and I approached Musty, and I was just like, I'm not that type of girl. There's something going on with you and Rylan, because I just think he's real cool, and I'm trying to chill with him. And she looked at me, and she was just like,
no, like nothing is going on with me and Rylan. Like, why would you even think that? Like, if that's what you want to do, that's cool. But he's definitely a hoe, and I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine.
So we fast forward, and basically me and Rylan, we are basically a couple at this point. Like, we walking down hallways, holding hands, Basically, this all jumped off one day on Sim's book. Yes, Sim's book, okay? I see Musty talking, subliminals or whatever, talking about,
like, damn, I hate a hoe who can't buy her own and only be with niggas because they get that shmoney. Oh, I can't stand hoes who only be with niggas with their money. I swear, he had a real one.
Basically, I knew she was talking about me. So, being the real bitch that I am, I basically commented under the post and was like, so who is this about? And she was just
like, I don't know what you're talking about.
So I messaged Musty, and straight up like this, I just messaged her and was like, when I see you, I'm smacking the shit out you. Basically, that's just what I said. And, she of course didn't respond, but I meant every word of it, you feel me? So we flash forward to the day that I come back to school. At this point, it was just like, don't think I'm not from, the spice market hoe. Like, I definitely can get it popping. Like, I've done it before, just not here in school. And yes, believe I did come to school ready to scrap my hair up, my sweats on. Like, I was ready. Rylan kept saying, "You don't have to do this. You don't have to do this. Like, you tripping, you tripping." And I'm like, "No, you're tripping." I finally catch this hoe at lunch. So I catch this hoe at lunch. She thought that she was about to sit there and sip her chocolate milk and peace. And I'm like, no, ho, like, what's good? So I roll up on her, like, I planned to do. And I was just basically like, what's good? You talking all this showing Sims book, like, what's good, ho? Like, are you, like, run up or shut up? Like, what's good? So she was basically like, "Oh my god, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, you're tripping." And I'm like, talking about, "Run up, ho, run up. Like, what's good?" So at this point, she was just basically like, "Oh my god, you on that little girl tip or whatever." So I'm like, okay, whatever. So basically, I pushed that hoe and I was like, "What's good?" So of course, everybody is starting to gather around. So I guess she got a little puff in her chest or whatever. So she started pushing me. And at that point, all I saw was red. I was like, okay, now it's time to demolish this hoe. Like, that's all I thought. So, we just going hit for hit. Basically, I'm like, what's up, hoe? Like, boom, boom, boom. Like, I'm basically just throwing knockers in this whole face. And, eventually, the principal came. The teachers came, her nose was all bloody or whatever, and I was over there perfectly fine. I have a whole bunch of stories, okay, dealing with me and Rylan, but yeah, basically needs to say that me and Musty were no longer friends after that, and she didn't say anything else to me after that. And if you're watching this now, Musty, I just want to say, fuck you, oh, cause guess what? I got a ring though. That's basically the story, y'all. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will talk to y'all in the next one. And yeah, remember, stay beautiful.